Hello, Bulanwaya, and welcome. It is Maper back to you live on a Tuesday evening, and it is 10:30 p.m. here in Fairbanks, Alaska. I welcome you here. Thank you for um, finding time to just stop and listen. And if you're watching me for the first time, I'm a registered nurse, still working full time, and I'm building this business on the side. Something that has really um, something that will be actually it will be my retirement plan. And so um, yeah, so it is Tuesday, it's Facts Tuesday. um, and I like to say things, facts about um, what is going on now and how people are looking at earning online even while we work full time. Why? Because um, job security is an illusion. I only knew that I work that that I've only known nursing as my only job, and my only the job that I know, and then I would retire being a nurse. But when I found this business, this online business, I um, I realized that I could build something on the side that will become my retirement. And yes, and so many have done that and have retired early, and now living life, spending more time with family, enjoying um, living their best life, and doing the things that they love and value. And as for me, I do have my whys um, and the reasons why I started this business, but at the same time, sharing it with those who are looking for that online business opportunity. And so, before I even start with today's Go Live, um, as you can see, the topic here is the truth about job security no one warned us about. Um, yep, I wasn't told that in nursing school. Um, and now we are seeing those changes. The economy is changing, governments change, job security is really not that secured anymore because we have gone through a pandemic period, we have gone through inflation, and people tend to lose their jobs for some time, and even for a couple of months it really hits families really hard. So if you're not prepared for times like that, probably it's a time to think about something to think about. But before I even go into my Go Live, I just want to say something about being a digital business owner, even having a Facebook account. I have a business account and my personal account. And so, um, as a digital business owner, I have noticed that ever since I started the business, people have been trying to impersonate me and create an account with my picture, and using somebody else's name or even using my name. So if you've been following me or if you're watching me for the first time, my accounts, both my personal and my business account, it is meta verified, meaning um, that is a secured account. And if someone creates an account under my name or even with my photo without that, it's like a blue check beside it. And that's to show that that is a legitimate account. And if even today, I had two people, my niece and another business partner, who showed me that someone had impersonated me and created a fake account. Um, and so people are doing that, scammers. I don't know what are they trying to do. But it happens as a digital business owner, or as in, when you're here on the online space. I guess we get, we are vulnerable to things like that. But please do look into the profiles, because that will tell you whether it is actually me, or it's a fake account. If it doesn't have a blue check, that means that is not me. So someone has created that account and pretended to be me, and for whatever reason. But please, please, if you see an account that's as adding friend, do your research, look into their profile, and you will find out whether it is actually a legitimate one or it's a fake account. And I always advise, if you know it is fake, just report and block them. That's the only way to stop them from doing this fake accounts. So that is for me, that is something for you to know, that if it doesn't have a blue check beside my name, that means it is a fake account, and that's not me. So moving on, today's Go Live is basically about the truth, the facts about why people are choosing to start an online business. I wasn't looking for one, but I found it, and I realized this is something that is definitely going to be retirement for me. And so, um, let me ask you let me ask you a real question here. Um, if your job disappeared tomorrow, what would protect your income? If your job disappeared tomorrow, what would protect your income? Just think about that. Are you prepared for that? I don't know. But before I started this business, it really hit me to think, if my job was taken away tomorrow, what would I do? Of course, you budget, you plan, but will it sustain you? So, the first thing I want to share here is job security is often an illusion. We were taught that if we work hard, stay loyal, and show up every day, we're safe. But here's the truth: layoffs, restructuring, automation, and budget cuts happen without asking your permission. And we see it now, we see it everywhere. It will not ask for permission. If it has to happen, it will happen. And are you prepared for that, is my question. So the second point here, tonight, is control matters more than comfort. And true security isn't about comfort, it's about control. And if someone else controls your hours, your pay, and your position, then your future is in someone else's hands. When you build something that is yours, then you are in control of that. So, as I have started this business, it has become mine, and I'm building it because, I'm in control of it. But I'm also working, for an employer that is in control of all the things that I've mentioned: my hours, my pay, my position. And when I retire, somebody else will take over, or will be replacing me. So ask yourself this: who actually owns my time right now? Or who actually owns your time right now? Maybe it's something to think about. And it takes us to the third point that I want to share here, is that, skills create security and not titles. A job title can be removed. You can have a job title, it can be removed, but when you have skills, it cannot be removed. It's something that you take with you wherever you go. It is something that will not be taken away from you, because you have learned it and it has become yours to share, to build. So the people who are most secure today are those who can adapt, those who can pivot, and earn in more than one way. And it is something that we see now. Um, that when you have more than one skill, you are able to expand, um, what you can do. Whatever skill it is something that you can pass on as well. So my question here is, are your skills transferable beyond your workplace? Like I said, I have always said this in some of my go lives. I love being a nurse. I've learned skills in my nursing career. But is it something that I can pass on? Maybe not all of it, maybe just a little bit of it. Um, but that is for me to have my skill that I have, that maybe I can still use it, but I can't pass it on. Whereas something that I've learned here in this digital business, I can pass it on, and that's the difference. And so the fourth point here is, one income stream is a risk. I never thought of that. I've always thought that I will work and then retire, and and just enjoy my retirement. Um, but I realized that one income stream is a risk. Depending on one paycheck is an unpredictable world. In an unpredictable world is risky. Even if that paycheck looks stable today, it may look stable today, but like I said, if your job is taken away tomorrow, or if for some reason you cannot work the next day, the next week, or the next month, that stable income may not last, may only be, just enough for a couple of months, and then what happens after that? This is why I chose to build something alongside my career. I'm not quitting overnight, but to create the options, to create something that I know will take care of me, retirement and beyond. And so I always, I was. This is something that I want to share, is that God gives us wisdom and not fear. He gives us wisdom to choose and to make decisions that will decisions today will determine our tomorrow. And wisdom says, prepare before you're forced to, because by the time you're forced to, you're not prepared at all, or you're just so that is why I say, just God gives us wisdom to prepare before you're forced to. And I like to quote here in Proverbs 22:3, and it says, the prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. And that just simply means that, like, when you have the opportunity, when you have that open door, when you're given that opportunity to walk through that door, or the open door, walk through it and do it and take action and build something that will that is that will help you earn with integrity, that will also take care of and become your security, and will help you um, do the things that you love and value, and just have that stable um, income, not only just your paycheck, but something that will support you. And this, I've asked around, there's so many people that have started something on the side to support their one income, and that is a good thing. I never really thought of that until I started this business. And so what I want to say here is that I'm not here to scare anyone. I'm just here to keep us thinking, just to keep you thinking. And and if you've been feeling that nudge to build something that gives you more control, more flexibility, and more peace, don't ignore it. Maybe it is something for you to think about, and maybe research and ask questions. And you can message me, let's talk about options. It's not pressure, just options to share that, yes, there are possibilities and options out there. So again, I want to highlight the four topics, or the four things that I mentioned. and that is job security is often an illusion. The other one is control matters more than comfort. And then skills create security and not titles. So that ends my Go Live today. I hope that something in here has nudged you. Share this with someone who needs to hear this. And yeah, message me. I would love to share with you or show you how you can start an online business. So thank you again for listening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time zone you're watching me from. If you're watching the replay, put down replay and I'll get back to you and say hi. Vinaka, Oyexia, and God bless.